Thousands of years ago, the Earth was devastated by a battle between the gods. It was a war between good and evil. A war that would decide the fate of the world and plunge it into centuries of darkness. Now, the war is in danger of being fought once again. Only one mortal can stop it. Thousands of years ago, in a battle with the fallen elder god known as Shinnok, I was responsible for the death of an entire civilization. To rid all realms of Shinnok's menace, I waged a war that plunged the Earth into centuries of darkness and banished Shinnok into a place called the Netherrealm. Now, after Shao Kahn's defeat at the hands of Earth's warriors, Shinnok has managed to escape his confines in the Netherrealm. The war is now being fought once again. Only this time, it can be won by mortals.
has always been, and always will be. For millennia, the forces of good and evil have been locked in eternal battle over the control of Earthrealm. Some seek to use the tournament to destroy all that is good. Others seek vengeance, power, or eternal life. Time after time, each individual threat has been vanquished, and Earthrealm has enjoyed relative peace for many years. But there is concern that Earth is once again in peril. And this time, the threat of evil has two faces. It is now known that the sorcerer Quan Chi has escaped from the Netherrealm. Since his escape, Quan Chi has unlocked the secret of the ancient Runestone, discovered the ancient undefeatable army of the long-forgotten Dragon King, and most disturbing of all, formed an alliance with one of our deadliest enemies, Shang Tsung. With their combined strength, they plotted to overpower the only two beings who could prevent their total domination of the two realms. The first was the Emperor of Outworld, Shao Kahn. In a false show of allegiance, they sprung their attack. They then traveled to Earthrealm by way of a mystical portal known only to sorcerers and deities. There, they confronted Earth's mightiest warrior and champion of Mortal Kombat, Liu Kang. It has been Shang Tsung's desire to consume the soul of Earthrealm's greatest warrior. With Quan Chi's assistance, he achieved this goal. Liu Kang is dead. They have since returned to Outworld and are using the souls of conquered warriors to resurrect the Dragon King's undefeatable army. Should they succeed, they will have the means to conquer Outworld and eventually Earthrealm. They will be unstoppable. I can no longer stand idly by and watch this evil consume the world. I have relinquished my status as Elder God to return to Earth and lead you all to battle against our old adversaries. We must act now. We must stop this deadly alliance.
It was not by chance that this struggle came to be. The blame falls squarely upon my shoulders for giving evil the chance it needed, and therefore fulfilling an ancient prophecy. Raiden's Earthrealm champions had failed to stop the Deadly Alliance from fully resurrecting the mummified army of the Dragon King. In the end, only Raiden himself stood between Earthrealm and total destruction. Defying the Elder God's wishes, he alone challenged Quan Chi and Shang Tsung in mortal combat, Earthrealm's last hope for freedom. Raiden fought well against the two sorcerers, and it seemed as though victory was at hand. But the combined might of Quan Chi and Shang Tsung proved to be overwhelming, even for a Thunder God. Raiden was defeated. The Deadly Alliance had won. Their victory was short-lived. As suspicion and lust for power overcame both Quan Chi and Shang Tsung, the former allies turned on each other. The Deadly Alliance was no more. Quan Chi defeated Shang Tsung and reveled in his conquest. But it is said that there is only one true ruler of Outworld. And that ruler had returned. Onaga, former Emperor of Outworld, the Dragon King. The prophecy had been fulfilled. The Dragon King had indeed returned to Outworld to reclaim his army and impose his dominance. Death awaited all who stood in his way. And so it was that a new alliance was formed out of desperation. Sworn enemies joined forces to combat a greater threat. Raiden began to realize that even their combined might was not enough to defeat the Dragon King. There was only one chance left. Raiden's sacrifice was in vain, for the blast had little effect on the Dragon King. Now Onaga has what he needs to shape the realms as he sees fit. I was the fool who brought him this power. Only I can destroy this threat, born of deception.
There have been many powerful warriors throughout the millennia. But ages of mortal combat have begun to tear the fabric of the realms. The critical point has finally been reached. It was foreseen that combatants would one day grow too powerful and too numerous. If left unchecked, their intensifying combat would weaken and shatter the realms, and bring about the apocalypse. The Elder Gods demanded a safeguard put in place to avoid total destruction. One that would make use of the combatants' insatiable bloodlust. Like moths to flame, they would be drawn to battle. At the apex of destruction, alliances will be broken. And old hatreds will be revived. Has begun.
Dairu. After his family was murdered, Dairu's hunger for revenge allowed him to be tricked into killing an innocent man. Now the former Satan guardsman works alone as a mercenary. He takes assignments where he can find them, whether they are noble or not. Blaze. Over the years, the Firespawn Blaze has watched over the realms, keeping guard over the egg of the Dragon King. His new purpose is to awaken the sons of Argus, so that they may begin their quest to save the realms. Li Mei.
Fighting for the freedom of her enslaved people, Li Mei was trained by Shujinko in the art of combat. Now she is a formidable warrior who battles for her people and for persecuted souls everywhere.
Havoc.
A denizen of Chaos Realm, Havoc despises order and sees it as a threat to everything in which he believes. His mission is to create mayhem and further unravel the fabric of life. He will also destroy anyone who seeks to control others.
Onaga.
Centuries ago, before the rule of Shao Kahn, Outworld was controlled by Onaga, the Dragon King. Recently, Onaga has found his way back to Outworld and is attempting to reclaim his former empire by any means necessary.
Frost.
A student of Lin Kuei Grandmaster Sub-Zero, Frost is a formidable young warrior. Her powers of cryomancy are extremely advanced for one so young. Headstrong and driven, her abilities are eclipsed only by her overconfidence.
Serena.
Once one of Quan Chi's 3 elite lieutenants, the demon Serena had a change of heart, offering to help Sub-Zero to defeat her sorcerer master. This betrayal cost her her human form and brought her years of suffering in the Netherrealm. Now free, she has regained her mortal form and has pledged allegiance to Sub-Zero and the Lin Kuei.
Mavado.
A leader of the Red Dragon clan, Mavado has undertaken a ruthless campaign of extermination against his rivals, the Black Dragon. Scouring the realms for his sworn enemies, Mavado vows that he will not rest until every last trace of the Black Dragon has been erased.
Kintaro.
Longtime bodyguard to Outworld royalty, Kintaro has served Shao Kahn for many years. Like Goro, he is a member of the Four-Armed Shokan race and descends from a lineage known for its brutality.
Moloch.
A demon or Oni. Moloch is a creature known more for his strength than his intellect. Astoundingly powerful and remarkably cruel, this hulking brute takes pure delight in the pain and suffering of others, especially if he has caused that pain.
Suhao.
Suhao's strength is matched only by his treachery. For years, this Red Dragon spy worked as a member of the Outworld Investigation Agency alongside Sonya and Jax. Upon receiving orders from Mavado, Suhao revealed himself as betrayer and destroyed the headquarters of OIA.
Motaro.
As leader of Shao Kahn's extermination squads, Motaro proved to the Emperor the Centaur's superiority over the Shokan. During the invasion of Earthrealm, he slew many combatants before they could oppose Shao Kahn's rule.
Kai.
Once a member of the White Lotus Society, Kai trained under the instruction of Liu Kang. His tutelage complete, Kai wanders the world on a quest of self-enlightenment.
Liu Kang.
The former champion of Mortal Kombat and member of the White Lotus Society, Liu Kang was murdered by Shang Tsung. He now exists as a living corpse, fueled by vengeance.
Rain.
Although the blood of Edenian royalty flows through his veins, Rain is a traitor to his realm. When faced with the prospect of death at the hands of Shao Kahn, he offered his allegiance to the Emperor and betrayed his homeland.
Stryker.
Curtis Stryker was the leader of the NYPD Special Riot Control Division. During Shao Kahn's attempt to seize Earthrealm, Stryker found himself among the Earth Warriors, charged with saving mankind.
Nitara.
A vampire from a forgotten realm, Nitara fights to keep her homeworld independent. Years ago, her realm was fused with Outworld, throwing it into chaos. now that her home has been freed.
Taven.
Son of the Edenian god Argus, Taven awoke from a centuries-long sleep to a future where powerful combatants wreak havoc upon the realms. To prevent Armageddon, he and his brother Dagon must undertake a quest that will decide the fate of the world.
Reiko.
Reiko has served as general to both Shao Kahn and Shinnok. He also served for a time as a member of the Brotherhood of Shadow. His skill in battle is legendary, though little else is known about this mysterious warrior.
Cobra.
Once Cobra was nothing more than a street thug on his way to jail. Though extremely adept at martial arts, he used his skills for intimidation and cruelty. Freed by Cabal and Kira in a daring attack on the police, one of the original cyborgs manufactured by the Lin Kuei clan, Sektor has grown more and more corrupt over the years. As his programming deteriorates, he becomes a bigger threat than ever. He may prove to be a danger to all, regardless of their alignment.
Shinnok.
Once an elder god, Shinnok was banished to the Netherrealm when he attempted to overthrow his fellow deities. Upon his escape, he once again tried to usurp his former ally's dominion over the realms.
Fujin.
When Raiden was accepted into the pantheon of the Elder Gods, Fujin replaced him as protector of Earthrealm. Fujin's wisdom is matched only by his ferocity in battle.
Shiva.
A female of the four-armed Shokan race, Shiva once served as protector of Queen Sindel. As brutal as Goro and Kintaro, she possesses more than enough power to destroy any opponent unfortunate enough to cross her path.
Jarek.
Long thought to be the last remaining member of the Black Dragon, Jarek had served as Kano's second in command. After his master's apparent death, Jarek fled to Edenia. Shinnok's attempt to take control of the realm seemed to leave him no other choice.
Ermac.
The enigmatic Ermac is a being composed of the souls of conquered outworld warriors. For many years he served at the side of Shao Kahn, but has since freed himself from the Emperor's influence. A wandering Oni allied with Moloch. Draman was once a vicious landlord who found himself punished in the flames of hell after his death. Over the centuries, he has achieved the status of Oni Tormentor.
Mocap.
This unfortunate bystander finds himself embroiled in an otherworldly struggle simply by being in the wrong place at the wrong time. A motion capture artist, Mocap now fights for his life. Fantasy and reality have become one and the same.